Hey there, my lovelies. This is your girl Sharma, and welcome back to the channel. Today, I am coming with a brand new challenge. It is called the 1 by 1 challenge. If you have not heard of it, it has been going viral on TikTok and YouTube. It's actually been around for a long time. As far as I could find out, dating back to Sims 1. I couldn't find formal rules from where it was originated or anything, so I will link down below the information that's most recent that I could find. But it's pretty simple. Basically, you start off with your sim, which this is my sim here, Aisha. Aisha Whitaker. She is a teen because I have a little thing I want to do with her after this that's related to this. So she is a teen, and you start off with a single sim. They have no money, so let's go ahead and get rid of that. And they start off with no money. They have no job, which that's perfect because she's a teen and it's summertime. So she's on summer break and they have no skill. She does have the aspiration of fabulously wealthy. So hopefully that will play into our factor. Oh, that should not be there. Okay, so let's do this. When we get to 10,000 in reserve, that's when we'll be able to really spend stuff, or I don't know. We should not have that. I didn't think about that before I gave her this aspiration and moved her on to the lot. Oh well, okay, get to that when we get to it, all right? But either way, like I said, so she is a C student because she's fresh out of cast, and they always start off as a C student, and but it's the first week of summer, and so she doesn't have school. She has no skills, like I said earlier, and nothing in her inventory except for a school book. So what we need to do next, her mood is like excellent. She's topped off on all of her needs, so that's great. What we're gonna do is drop her over here in this little, that's right, 1 by 1 box. So let's go ahead and teleport her there. And oh, she is all up in the corner. Reminds me of when I was a child. So either way, the premise of the challenge is to make as much money as you can within the confines of this box. And as you expand, you need to complete a fully functioning house, which means you need a bathroom, bedroom, kitchen, living room, and dining room, if I'm not mistaken. And no, she cannot leave this box until that's done. So she's going to, okay, so she's sitting down doing her homework. All right, she doesn't want to be a C student forever, but we do have things to accomplish. So the only thing I can think of first off is to have her take selfies. That's pretty much what I've seen everyone do in order to earn money. So let's get started with that. Let's take some selfies or just take some pictures and see what we can earn. Okay, so we're getting the wall because she is in very tight spaces. So let's just go ahead and take as many pictures as we can. And let's do that a couple of times and then I'll sell them all at one chunk, okay? Because I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're in here. She really wants to finish her homework. Girl, that can wait. We got better things to do. It is the middle of the summer. You have no lights. You have no air conditioning. You don't even have a pot to piss in. So we got work to do. Get up, take some selfies. And I wish there was a faster way to do this, but unfortunately there isn't. And do I really just need to let her do her homework so she'll stop grabbing that book? I don't know, because she is working my nerves with that. All right, let's pause it real fast. Let's see what we can sell these for. 62 simoleons. Okay, so we have some money on the board. We have 62 simoleons, and that's a start. I don't think we can do anything with that because if I'm not mistaken, to expand this another time, I think it was like 124 simoleons or something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and keep going, taking some selfies and earn us some more money. All right, let's see what we earned this time. It's only 21. We're not doing so great, but you know, it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and let her get her homework out the way because this girl keeps grabbing this book and it's working my nerves. So what is she working on? She's working on creative writing. Okay, well, let's go ahead and speed through this real fast. And there we have it, our summer break notification. Like I said, in my game, I usually give my teens and kids, a summer break, depending on what mods I'm using at the time. I don't have a lot of mods in right now because I just wanted to make sure that everything was going to work properly in this. And it really didn't require for mods, seeing that she can't interact with anyone. She has no door. She has no way to get out. She has no window. She can't talk to anyone. So even if the welcome wagon does show up, which it has not, she can't talk to them. So there's really no need for a lot of the mods that I use. All right, let's finish up this homework real fast and get back to taking selfies if you don't mind. All
Ah,
right, stand on up, girl. Get back to work. Okay, let's see if we can sell this. Okay, that gave us 65 total. All right, we're getting somewhere. So let's go ahead and go into build mode and see if we can extend this now. I'm pretty sure we can. Let's go this way. Yeah, okay, we only have 28 left, so we really can't buy anything yet. Pretty sure her needs are still good, but at least now she has some room to breathe, right? So let's go ahead and take some more selfies. And okay, our first selfie of her face. And she looks excited. I don't know if I would be too excited to be in a box, but for the backstory, I'm thinking what happened is she does have a family. She has a mother and father and a brother, and they've been living in an apartment for her entire life. And her family makes decent money. They do okay, enough to survive, and a few little extras here and there. But her parents really want a house, and she's always known that they wanted a house. So she saw an opportunity for a game show that, requested people to come and do this challenge where you're placed in a box and you have to try to earn money from within the box. And once you do, you can have a house built. So our way of doing it, of course, is she's going to be building the house. But in my mind, she's earning money and putting it to the side. And when she gets to certain dollar amounts, which you probably can do, where she gets to like certain levels, that's when we'll actually add on. They'll say like, oh, you need 5,000 to add a bedroom. And once she gets that, then they'll go ahead and add the bedroom on for her, per her design. So I'm thinking that's what I want to go with. And then, like I said, there's other plans I have for her after this challenge for another series that I'm working on. So I got to get this house together. She's got to beat this competition because she did get selected out of all the people who entered. And her parents were scared, but they were proud of her for taking the initiative to doing something like that. But we'll see what happens. So that's the little backstory that I have. It's not that wild, but it makes sense to me because what other reason would you have to literally be, to allow yourself to be put in a box in the middle of the summer? That's just wild. All right, let's see here. We have 124 simoleons. Let me see. Let me check her needs. Her needs are still pretty good. We need to get something that's going to get us some more money besides selfies, and I have an idea. I'm thinking, um, where's it at? I think it's under activities, maybe creative. Not that. I was thinking about the yarn, but she would need somewhere to sit and do all that. There's that decoration box. I forgot what it's called. Here it is. It is $100. The attic stack decoration box. We can get this, and she can every time I get that, my Sims pull out just random stuff that I don't need, but sometimes it's worth a lot of money. So let's try and see what we can find. Select holiday decorations. Oh, no, 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 I don't want to decorate. Rummage. There we go. Let's rummage for stuff and see what we can find and see if we can add on to this house because right now it's not a house, it's a rectangle. And we need at least the bare minimum before we can really focus on building up her house. Now, one of the things that she's always wanted to do
say.
is be
Doroy.
a
Huh.
what is it? A cake decorator.
Hmm.
So I think that's what I
Hmm.
want her main skill to be and her main source of income to be is decorating cakes and selling to the local
Hmm.
bakeries. So in my head, again, we're
Hmm.
going to set her up with a mailbox
Huh.
inside, which will be kind of like the drop box. And then she can put the cakes in the drop box into the mailbox outside and someone picks it up and delivers it to the bakeries after she's filled the orders. So let's see, I've had her
Hmm.
do this 3 times
Huh.
now, I think. So let's go ahead. Nothing's popping out in here, probably because there's not enough room for items to spawn around her. So let's go into her inventory, her household inventory, and see what we got. Yeah, see, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Here's the money. We got a poolside gnome. Let's go ahead and sell that. 275. Shut up. Okay, that's what I'm talking about. 50, 160. Oh, show me the money. The shmoney, shmoney, honey. And we got 5 of these. Shut up. Okay. Okay, 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 okay. All right. So let me see. We're already at 1685, y'all. Whew. All right. Let's go ahead and give her some necessities that she might need. Let's pull this out one more this way. And then let's pull it this way. And we actually could probably do more. Let's do one more. All right. Let's bring this back over here. I don't want to keep relying on this though, but if we can at least get the necessities from it, then that would be great. Okay, let's get her a bed because she's going to need a bed. And that one, the energy is 3. It's only 210, but I could blah, I can't English today. I can pay 300 for this one and it's better because yeah, that one's uncomfortable, uncomfortable, uncomfortable. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Let's get this one. Put it right there. She will need a bathroom. Can we afford to add like a little bathroom? Let's try it and see because I do want to get the kitchen space, but her necessities are first. Actually, you know what? We can do it 3x1. We can afford that. We will need a door to get in there. Let's get a cheap little door. This one's only 40. Let's go ahead and get that right there. Let's get a toilet. We need a toilet right here. Not the bush. We want an actual toilet. Let's get this one for 250. That can go there. We can get a shower and put it over here. That one's 300. And put that there. And we don't have a sink, but what I can do is go ahead and tile this real fast. Yeah, we're going to go with yellow because if you didn't notice, that is her favorite color. And that's tiled. We do need tile on the floor because we can't have concrete down there. Let's see. Is there a matching tile for that? I can't remember. I don't think we got subway tiles to match the bottom. So let's do these. Ooh, I don't know if I like that after all. Okay, I like those on the floor, but I don't know if I like it with the wall tiles. So actually, ooh, what about these? That's better. Let's do that one. I think, yeah, I like that. Let's get a light so we can see what we're doing. And let's see here, overhead light. Overhead, overhead, there we go. That one's 50, they're the same. I like the small one better. Get that. And we can afford one in there. All right, well, let's at least get one for the bathroom so we can see in there. And let's hit the box one more time because if I can get enough for a cheap little kitchen, we'll be golden. And I will get rid of this rummaging box. That's my promise. If we get enough to get a kitchen so she can start making cakes, then I'm going to get rid of this and we won't have to take selfies anymore. So let's go ahead and yeah, because I can put a sink out here in the kitchen area if that's the case. All right, so see how she has more room, so now more things are spawning in here. I like those yellow sunflowers. She got 3 of them. So she may not have gotten anything in her household inventory. We'll find out because I have to go into build mode just to sell those because she can't sell them directly. Okay, let's see. Nothing came out here, so I'm assuming everything is in her household inventory. Yeah. All right. We just might. That's 160, 160, 375. Jeez Louise. This stuff is so expensive. And another gnome. I really want to keep one of the gnomes, but I don't need them coming to life with the new expansion pack. Okay, so we got another 134. So I'm thinking, can we afford to just add a little kitchen? And that way we can just do like a archway or something. And you know what? Let's try it. Let's see what we can do real quick. If we can just maybe do that. And then, can we afford, do we want a door or archway? Let's just get an archway. Where's a cheap archway? Where are you? That one's 50. We can put it there, like that. Okay, so that way we have access into the kitchen. Then let's go into the kitchen appliances. We need a counter. We're going to start with just the cheap stuff, although that's 100, this is 150. Okay, I guess it doesn't have to be like used. We can just get the basic. Let's put, well, the stove can go there. We need a refrigerator there. So let's put a counter there. Oh, I probably should do like the curved, huh? All right, let's do this. Put, oh, hello. Put that there. Let's get a corner one. Put that there. That way we can put a sink. I mean, yeah, a sink can go over there. Let's get a stove. Can we afford a stove? We can, barely, but we can't afford a refrigerator. Ah. All right, let's go. Let's go to the box one more time. We're gonna go to the box one more time. And because, oh, we need lights too. I forgot, we still need lights. So let's do this. All right. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Big money, big money, big money, big money. Give me some good stuff. Are there any other necessities that we need? Let's see. We can use the restroom. We can take a shower for our hygiene. We can sleep. She doesn't have anything to give her any fun, but we can work on that. Like I said, let's sell some cakes and then we can save up some money to do some things. And I'll worry about her fun later. Because, okay. Practice make. See, she needs to be cooking. Oh, this is in her way. She has the practice makes perfect trait. So when she gets momentum, that's a good thing because then she learns skills really fast. All right, let's see if we can afford a refrigerator. We can get that cheap one for, $215. This one's only $375. So let's get this one for $375. And I hate having a stove next to the refrigerator, but right now we got to do what we got to do because we need this counter space. Can we afford a sink? We can get a little cheap sink. Let's see, is there one that looks like a kitchen? That one does. Oh, I just thought about it. We need the bag for the groceries. And again, we need a light. Let's get a light. We can get one. Okay, let's put that there. And then we can't afford another one, so let's... should I have her rummage some more or just go ahead and start cooking? No, because we need ingredients, don't we? Actually, she's not off the grid or anything. So she's just gonna have to purchase all that. But then I thought about it. Should I make her well, not off the grid, but like with the, what's that lot trait? Where simple living. So she has to have all of her ingredients. That would actually be smart and more realistic, but are we going for realism here? That is the question that I put out there for you. You know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna put it on there. What else can I put on there? Off the grid? No, we're not doing that. Yeah, let's put simple living. That way she's going to need to get a blender or the mixer. What else can we do to help us out? Let's hear. It's not a chef's kitchen yet, so we're not going to do that, and it's not homey. So I'm not giving her any of these traits until she actually gets like a nice room, for each or whatever. So let's do that. All right, let's go back out and let's get some more stuff rummaged. And I'm thinking I need to give her something to have fun. I wonder if she'll have fun knitting. What do you think? One thing I don't want to do, I do not want to get an easel because that is like the golden rule. You start off with an easel, and I don't want to do that. I just want to try to do things that are a little bit different, maybe a little bit more difficult. So she really has to grind. And yeah, so let's see what we get out of this batch. Hopefully this will give us enough to get the shopping bag so we can buy ingredients and put some wallpapers, wallpapers on the wall and some wood tile or something on the floor. So let's see what we got. Nothing came out into her room. Okay, one thing. Let's see. Hopefully, cross your fingers that this is enough, y'all, because we need some money. Okay, that was $375. That's always a good sign. Another $375. 150. We have 2 of these. That's 320. And one of these is 50. Okay. I think we are golden. We are golden right now. What did we need in here? we got a sink. Oh, we need that bag. That's what it was. We need the bag. Is it in here or is it in storage? It might be in storage. Actually, let's filter by the pack. Where actually this is the kit. So let's go down to kits. It was the kitchen clutter one. I want everything that goes to it. Come on, work with me. All right, let's see here. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where are you? There you are. All right, I'm going to put it out here because we're not going to have room in there. Is it going to fit there? No, it's not. And I don't have move objects on because I need everything to be built exactly to fit. All right. Oh, it can go here. It can go there. But actually, I want to move it down a little bit further, and then I will angle that. But we won't need this anymore, huh? I'm going to leave it just in case, but you know what? I'm going to put it in her inventory. Let's put it in her inventory, and that way we can put this over here, and she can buy groceries from that. All right, let's get some flooring. Let's do that. Is there, what else is in here? What went into, oh, the box. How quickly we forget. All right, let's get some floors. We can just go with the cheapest one. Do we want the light one or a little bit? Let's get a little warmer tone. Do we want that one? Actually, I like the color that's on the bed, and that's this first one. Yeah, let's do that one. All right, so that's for the living room. And I probably could just go with the same tile that's in the bathroom, in the kitchen, huh? Let's do that. And we're actually going to do the same on the walls. That way, easy breezy. Yeah, we can, when we fix things up, we'll get that taken care of. Let's get her some wallpaper, or do we want paint? I think I want wallpaper out here. And let's sort by yellow. Let's see what we can find that's in a pretty yellow. That's very bright. Let's just go with this one. It's muted, and that should work. This one's a little darker. No, I don't like that. Oh, that one's better. That one's better. Okay, let's do that. We still need another light in here. Is that in the middle? Yeah, that's in the middle. Yeah, they're all lined up. Okay, perfect. So we don't need anything on the outside. We have a toilet, a shower, a bed. Okay, and we have extra money to buy ingredients. So we really, we could buy the mixer so we can do like our prepped ingredients. And that's something I think it can go in her inventory if I'm not mistaken. So let's go ahead and get that. Where are you? There you are. It doesn't come in yellow. No yellow. It has orange. I don't know if I want the orange. I can just do the cream one. Let's just do that one. All right, let's do that. And then we will use the 267 to buy ingredients. Oh, wait. I think we need a certain level in order to buy cakes. Okay. Let me think for a second. Let's go in here. Let's purchase some ingredients. We do need, let's just get one regular milk, a couple of eggs, a dozen of eggs. Let's get a dozen eggs. That's 13, not a dozen. Okay, we need some flour, 4 flours, and we need sugar. 2, 3. Let's just do 3. Yeah, we'll do 3. And let's do a half a dozen of eggs. So I don't want to spend all of our money. And then the cheese, like I said, she can make some grilled cheese or something because the milk, let's get 2 because I don't know why I feel like we need the mighty plant milk because like the wedding cakes are, what you call it, non-dairy. So like everybody can eat them. All right. Why is there an empty plate in here? The cheese. I didn't know it looks like that when it, I thought you could actually see it. Maybe, I don't know. Don't ask me. It says 8 servings. Oh, see, there it is. When I put it on the counter, it shows up. Let's put it in the refrigerator. And let's see what she needs to bake a cake, shall we? Let's see. I wish it was under baking, but it's not. Cooking. We want sweets. And I don't see wedding cakes. All right. Wedding cakes. Wedding cakes. Oh, she needs level 5 cooking for wedding cakes. So I literally did all this for a kitchen and she can't even do anything. Is there anything else she can sell from? No, they're the only things. Okay, so I fumbled. All right, that's fine. You know what? We're all human and Sims. And we make mistakes. So we need a bookshelf so she can read up on cooking because making a bunch of food is just going to waste money. Um, so yeah, let's get her a bookshelf. That's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna fix this. Trust me. I am going to fix this. This one is $10. That one's 60. What the heck? You go from 10 to 60 and this one has bunnies? I want the bunnies. Give me the bunnies. I want the cute little bunnies. Let's see. That's pink. Let's go with that one. And put the bunnies. We're going to put it right here. All right. We still probably need to buy the book. How much is a cooking book? Let's see. Purchase books. Skill. And we want cooking. That's baking. Cooking. It's 75. We don't have enough. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So we're going to pull out the thing one more time. We're just going to do this one more time. And that's all we're going to do. We're just going to go through this. And yeah, you get one round. And whatever we get, it's got to be enough to get us a book because we have 67. So let's rummage once. And once we do that, it's going away and it's not coming back. All right? Y'all feel me? Okay. I feel so like a noob right now. Like I just knew I had a game plan in my head. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna tackle this and I'm gonna get her a kitchen and she's gonna start baking wedding cakes and we're gonna make some monies and build up a big old pretty house. Yeah, jokes on me. All right, let's go ahead and sell this. Okay, we already know. All right, there's 50 there. Boom, we got our book. That's 375. Okay, we got some in reserve and 275. Okay. We're good. We're good, right? We are good. All right, so let's see. Order our book. Purchase. Skill. Cooking. Where are you? We need to get to level 5. So the first book is only going to get us to level 3. But I'm just going to get the first one because she's going to have to cook sooner or later. So let's go ahead and get that one. And on that note, I'm going to have her sit down and read her book. Open. Read your book. Read your book. And I'm going to end this video here. I decided that I don't want to rush through this challenge, so we could take it in parts. And we accomplished a lot today. She has a bed to sleep in. She has a bathroom, a shower, and she hasn't even needed any of this yet. Like her needs are still in excellent condition. So we are so far ahead of the game, but we still have a long way to go because selling cakes isn't going to be the easiest route. Like I said, using an easel or something like that, where you just, you can paint masterpieces and just back to back to back. That is quick and easy money, in my opinion. And it's something that people have been doing forever. So I want to just take my time with this and we can do a couple of episodes if you're with me and just slowly do the grind and build up a beautiful home for her and her family to live in. So she's going to sit here and read her book, and I'm going to catch you on the next episode because there there will be a part 2 to this.
Skiba,
So I thank you so
Burtna,
much for
Children.
watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave me some comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe.
Hmm.
You know, hit that button, hit that bell so you don't forget or so that you're notified the next time I upload another video. All right? So I want to wish you a beautiful, beautiful, blessed simming day. And I will catch you on the next one. Bye bye.